actually know what Lolita Fashion is? Okay, good. Most of you. Most of you. That is pretty good. Okay, now in the past, we've had a lot of panels on Lolita, like Lolita 101. Last year we had Lolita 202. So I felt it would be kind of rehashing it to go over, this is a petticoat, this is a dress, this is a skirt. So I felt this year it would be better to just show you instead of talk about it. All right. I like an appreciative crowd. Oh, well. We can talk later.
Don't panic now.
Anyway. Alright, now the thing about Lolita Fashion is that it describes to like a very specific aesthetic, right? It's like, a refined, elegant young lady, usually, in the Victorian sense, modest, covered up. It also has a very specific silhouette. The fitted bodice to the natural waistline, the poofy bell skirt, your knee socks, your cute shoes, and the petticoat, the crinoline, whatever you want to call it. Those are the basic rules, but sometimes rules are boring.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes you want to bend the rules. Sometimes you want to bend them so hard they break. Not too much, but yes, you want to break those rules. So yeah, it's not like you can change Lolita because it's a subculture. It's not mainstream fashion, which changes with the times. Things look very different from the 20s than they do now. But Lolita is, like the only thing that's going to change Lolita if it goes so out of fashion that it just disappears, which I hope doesn't happen. It's cute. So, what exactly is the point of this show? Well, basically I wanted to show you not just like, this is Lolita, this is basically what it looks like. No, I don't want to show you basic Lolita, I want to show you every kind of Lolita there is. I like you guys a lot. Thank you. Well then, a lot of propositions today. Yeah, the thing about Lolita is that, like, for those who know it, it's got kind of a reputation to be like kind of narrow, very strict. Some people are even saying that, as a fashion, it's stagnant, it's not going anywhere. And in a few years, no one's going to care about it anymore, which I don't want happening, like I said before. So I want those of you out there who have never really seen Lolita, except for like, staring at us on the street, like, what is that? To be just like blown away today. I want you guys to look at it and go like, wow, actually that's not ridiculous looking, that is actually really pretty. I'm interested to know more about that. And I want you longtime Lolitas out there to be like, oh yeah, that's why I like it. Just remember
Oh boy.
what brought you into it in the first place.
Yeah, it is cool.
Okay, this show is divided into 3 parts. Is that 3? Okay, that's 3. Bad accounting. But yeah, so the first part is going to show you the Japanese brand names. Some of you may have heard of like Baby the Stars Shine Bright. It got... Is that it? That's all you guys care about, Baby the Stars Shine Bright? That's more like it. Okay, but yeah, they got a lot of fame from Kamikaze Girls, also known as Shimotsuma Monogatari. There's Angelic Pretty, Innocent World. You're going to see a lot of that today. It's basically to show you the roots of the fashion, because usually it's like, this is what gets girls into the fashion. It's looking at these brands or like, magazines and foreign bookstores and going, wow, that is gorgeous. I want to wear that.
It's in the middle upstairs.
Yeah, so the second part will be to show you how accessible the fashion is. You know, one-offs and homemade by girls who they just wanted to make a dress like really quick, or they wanted to make a dress of, you know, the dress is their dreams, but they didn't want to blow $400, $500 on it. You know, I mean, some of them winged it, some of them used patterns. There's a wide level of skill range, but it's a tight community. And then, finally, my favorite part is we are going to showcase American Lolita designers. We were planning on having 5, but we ended up with only 4. Something happened to our final designer. She couldn't complete her garments on time. She fell off the face of the planet. I don't know. Something happened. It wasn't good. But we do have 4 designers, and they're happy to be here today. 3 of them. One of them couldn't make it, but her dresses did. All right. You know, and some of them represent, like, you know, basic traditional Lolita, you know, good for beginners or good for people who just want to stick to the basics. And some of them are a little, you know, avant-garde, couture inspired, even. You know, you're gonna like it. I guarantee it. If you don't, we can fight out back later. You'll see. And with that said, I will tell you more about the show. All right. So to be more in depth with the first section, or actually, do I need? Yes, I do. So yes, as I said before, it's the Japanese brand names, and they are, you know, like I said, they're the roots of the fashion, and they are what get girls started in this fashion. You know, they tend to set the trends. You know, we look to the Japanese magazines for inspiration a lot. That's why we pay $20 for a magazine. It's kind of pricey, but it's worth it, I think. I mean, you know, they're different. I mean, they have access to custom fabrics, so they can have unique pieces. You know, some girls argue, you know, how much should we follow Japan's example? Because, you know, there are some girls who say, you know, that's enough, we don't need them anymore. It's kind of like, you know, when a toddler is learning to walk and they're like, I don't want to hold mommy's hand anymore. That's basically what it's like. But today, I just want you to appreciate the clothing, what it is, no politics or arguments or all of that involved. And now we will actually start the show.